Hello, I wanted to show some of the features of the Notability app that could be beneficial for students that have visual impairments and just some general functionality of the Notability. So first thing I'm going to do is open up my Notability app, and it's going to open up to our main screen. So the main screen is going to have a couple of features. So on the side it has notes. It also has galleries. So notes is going to be any of the notes you take, whether it be like history notes, math notes, different kinds of notes like that. It could just be little lists if you want to make a list, different things like that. Galleries for any pictures that you may take with the Notability, because you can take pictures with the Notability app and write notes on them. So you can have different subjects as well. If you wanted to divide up and have different subjects, say you have English class, a math class, you'd be able to add subjects and add each of those individual folders. So for right now, I just have a demo folder, and I'm going to open up a new document. So what I'm going to do is go to the top right corner where it says new, go ahead and tap on it, and it's going to open up a blank page. So there's different kinds of templates that can be used on Notability. So you could use a rule, grid, or dot. So the rule is going to be basically like a typical piece of paper. The grid will be like a piece of graph paper, and dot would be dotted paper. This is all a preference on how you would want to take your notes. I'll go ahead and do rule and say, I need graph paper instead of this, and I'm not a big fan of what this color looks like. I can't see it very well. So what you're going to do is go up to the top right. You're going to see 3 little dots. You will go down over here to where it says template settings. You go ahead and tap on here. And here they're going to have a bunch of different templates. So up on the top, you can have a weekly planner, notebook paper, meal plans, so on and so forth. They have a bunch of different varieties. You're more than welcome to peruse through them. The basic templates is what we would use. So you can have plain, grid, and then this is what the dot one would look like. What's really nice with this is you can have the different background colors. So if white is too bright, you can dim the color down. So you can have more of a tan color, a more yellowish color. You can even do black if you would like, a little blue tint, and then yellow with brown. For the sake of this, I'm only going to stick with with the white background, but you are more than welcome to change it to whatever is comfortable for you to use. I'll go ahead and hit apply. And right now I have it under dot, so I'm actually going to switch that back over to default. Okay, so first things first, up at the top bar, we have our different pens, erasers, and different ways that we can input our information. So the first icon is going to be our pen. So I'll write down hi, and I'll put a little happy face. So you're able to change the different pen colors. You'll just tap on here. You'll have different pen colors. You can have black, blue, red, purple, pink, and you can also have different colors here as well. You have a bunch of different colors. You can click this color wheel, and I'm kind of hovering over with my pencil and pulsating it. That will show a big old color wheel where you can customize your own color of what you'd want to pick. So back to the choices, you're able to also pick the thinness or thickness of your pencil or pen, and you can also change what type of style the pen is. So right now I have mine set to if I push down on the pen on my screen, it'll thicken up the pen. So I'll go ahead and I'll demonstrate that. So I will lightly put my pen on the paper so it's nice and thin. If I push down, the ink thickens up, and then lightly back up, and then back down, and then back up again. Super, super, super light, barely touching the screen, and then hold it down again. So this is all a preference. So you do not have to have that kind of pen style. That's something I prefer. I think it's kind of fun personally, but you can also stick with something that's just black. So if you end up pushing down harder, it won't show any bit of a difference. Again, all personal preference. So the second one I'm going to show you is the pencil. So with the pencil, it's going to look just like what a pencil would look like if you're writing it on a piece of paper. So I will write hello, add a little exclamation point, and a happy face. So same thing with the pen. This is also based off of how hard you're pushing onto the tablet. So I can write super lightly and make a little tiny happy face with super light touch, and then I can make a heavy touch, big happy face. And you can change, same thing like a pen, you can change the colors. You have multiple different kinds of colors. If you want to, you can honestly make a coloring worksheet. You can scan a coloring sheet and you can color in the coloring sheet with this. All up to you. Again, you can use this as a note-taking device. You can use it for hobbies, different things like that. That's the one thing that's cool about Notability is you have so many options you could do with using this tool. Next one up. This one is our highlighter. So our highlighter is if you're reading a document and you need to highlight something, this is super, super helpful. So say you scan in your paper, your worksheet, whatever it may be, you need to highlight something. Boop, you'd be able to highlight it super easy. And same thing here. You could pick whatever color you want for the highlighter. You can make your own colors, different things like that. You can change the thickness of your highlighter. You could change how your highlighter writes. So again, all a preferential thing, adjusted to however you think would best suit your needs. So one more thing I'm going to show is the typing, and then I'll show you a fun trick with the eraser and the Apple Pen. So with typing, you could just tap anywhere on the screen where you want to make a note. So I'm going to do mine under the purple highlighter. Double tap. And then I'm just going to type in hi. And then I'll put in a little emote of a heart. So if you're ever needing to type anything, you can either use that keyboard, or if you have a Bluetooth keyboard, you could type in your notes that way as well. And you can do that with the rule paper, you can do that with the grid paper, so on and so forth. So that is the typing and the different writing tools that they have for Notability. For erasing, if you're using your Apple Pen, you can always double tap. So I'll double tap my pen, 1, 2, and it goes into the eraser. So with the eraser, what's kind of nice is if you say you draw, let's do this for an example. So say you draw a big circle and you're like, ugh, that's not a pretty circle. I'm not a big fan of it. So I'm going to double tap my pencil, 1, 2, and then I'm going to go ahead and erase it. One swipe, super, super easy peasy. So if you wanted to do just a partial, double tap and make my pen back, and say we have a little thing, we made a little divot. Go ahead and hit eraser again, so double tap, 1, 2, and hit partial, and we're just going to erase that one part. And then we just go back with our pen and just complete our circle. So that would be one way that you could use your eraser. You can use it to erase the whole thing or partial, again, depending on preference. So those are just some of the features that I wanted to show you for Notability. I'll create another video to show you the other different features that they have, like the laser pointer, the hand guide, different things like that. So stay tuned. Thank you.